As I woke up, I found myself in an abandoned building that was crumbling around me. My head was throbbing, and my vision was blurred. I tried to move, but my body felt weak and heavy. As I looked around, I saw a small radroach nibbling on my arm. I screamed and quickly brushed it off, feeling disgusted and terrified. I tried to stand up, but my legs gave out and I fell back to the ground. I felt a sharp pain in my head as memories flooded my mind. I couldn't remember anything, not even my name. I sat there for a moment, trying to make sense of my situation. Where was I? How did I get here? Who am I? These questions raced through my mind, but I had no answers. I could only focus on the present moment. I looked around the room, taking in my surroundings. The walls were covered in peeling wallpaper, the ceiling was crumbling, and the floor was covered in debris. It was clear that this building had been abandoned for a long time. I noticed a door across the room, and slowly made my way towards it, using the walls for support. As I reached the door, I tried to open it, but it was stuck. I pushed with all my might and finally, it gave way, sending me tumbling to the ground. I looked up and saw a bright light shining through the open door. I shielded my eyes and crawled towards the light. As I exited the building, I was greeted by the harsh rays of the sun. My eyes adjusted and I saw that I was in the middle of a wasteland. The landscape was desolate, with ruins of buildings and destroyed cars scattered everywhere. My heart raced as I realized that I was in a post-apocalyptic world. But why couldn't I remember anything? I stood up and took a deep breath, trying to calm my nerves. I needed to find out who I was and how I ended up here. I started walking, not knowing where I was going, but hoping to find some answers. As I walked, I came across a few other abandoned buildings. I searched through them, hoping to find something that could give me some clues about my identity. But all I found were empty rooms and broken furniture. Just when I was about to give up hope, I stumbled upon a small house, hidden behind a pile of rubble. I cautiously approached it and knocked on the door. When no one answered, I pushed the door open and stepped inside. The inside of the house was surprisingly intact. I walked around, searching for any signs of life. That's when I saw a picture on the wall. It was a family photo, and I was in it. My heart skipped a beat as I looked at the photo. I recognized the woman in the picture as myself. But who were the people standing next to me? Were they my family? I couldn't remember them. I searched the rest of the house, hoping to find some more clues. I found a journal on a desk and eagerly flipped through the pages. It was my journal, filled with my thoughts and memories. As I read through the pages, I slowly started to remember bits and pieces of my life. I was a scientist before the war, working on a project that could change the world. But then the bombs fell, and everything changed. I remembered being in a vault, a safe place from the destruction outside. But something went wrong, and I was forced to leave the safety of the vault. That's when I must have ended up in that abandoned building. My memories were still scattered, but I finally knew who I was. I was Dr. Samantha Smith, a scientist from before the Great War. I had survived the nuclear devastation, but at what cost? As I closed the journal, tears welled up in my eyes. I had lost everything and everyone I loved. But I was determined to keep going. I may have lost my past, but I still had a future to build. And I was going to make the best of it. Yay, the end. Oh right, yeah, I have to do this stuff now. Like, comment and subscribe. And please watch my other videos and comment ideas on stories.